I will also like to welcome all the DGs, PDGs, campaign ambassadors, and all my dear core committee members, and all the lines from all over the world who has been working together tirelessly since the start of this campaign. This year, we have many new innovative ideas due to suggestions shared by our Lions friends. And this exactly is one of them. Every month, we will have a seminar on a topic related to diabetes. And today we have a great speaker also. And what a great start to this year. We are just 17 days in this campaign, and we have been serving such serious numbers, which I would like to share you in a minute. Let me start my PowerPoint. So I would like to share some statistics of our July 22 campaign statistics. It has been a big challenge for us, given by our PID Manoj Shah, asking us to serve 5 million, and we have 34 weeks for it. So it's a big challenge, but I am sure as a team, we can do it together. Together we can, and together we will. And in 2.5 weeks, we have served so far 2,80,000 in 17 days or 2.5 weeks. So I'm pretty sure we can reach the target in another 32 weeks from now. Looking at, as we have 3 services this year: diabetes risk, diabetic, and career counseling. I just want to show you how much we have served from each of them. Diabetes risk has been the most popular one, and we have served more than 191,588. That is almost 68% of the services have come from them. And amazing is we have 725 clubs who are eligible for the July service certificate, which means they have served minimum 10. That way, at the end of the month, they will get a service certificate, which they can report to my lines. 31% came from diabetic test, and 196 clubs are eligible for the July service certificates. And 1% has done career counseling, which is a new module this year, and people are still getting warmed up with this particular module. 19 clubs are eligible for this July service certificates. What I'll suggest to those who have already done diabetes risk, the 725 clubs, you can shift your focus maybe to diabetic, because at the end of the month, you get separate certificate for diabetes risk, separate one for diabetic, and career counseling. So you get 3 different certificates. So if you already have got your diabetes risk eligibility, you move to diabetic, so you can get another certificate for services to be reported to my lines. We have totally 81 districts committed for the campaign this year. And unfortunately, because of a few districts data not available because of like for example, Nepal, from 4 districts, it has become 15 districts. So we are still waiting for data of the clubs in those districts. So we are not able to set up them. So we have managed to set up 68 ready. And still I see only 42 districts have started the campaign, and we are working with the ambassadors to get them started in the rest of the clubs, districts that are not yet started. We are still waiting from 12 districts for their campaign ambassadors and information, so that we can set up the district. Today morning, we have received another 2. So we should be setting up those districts after the event. And amazing figures from where we have served. We served from 97 different districts, countries basically. What it means is, it doesn't mean that we are having all the Lions clubs in all these 97 countries. The line clubs send their links to different persons who they know, their friends in different countries. So when people are doing the test from there, we keep track of from where the tests are being conducted. So basically 97 countries have from where people have done this test. 46,357 different devices has been used for doing the test, and more than 1,126 different cities has been lines has been taking part for this campaign. So, and the achievement in 2.5 weeks has been tremendous. We have already issued 1,356 milestone certificates issued. Milestone certificates are when the Lions Club reach a particular milestone like 50, 100, 250. So the certificate appears on your dashboard, and the campaign ambassadors will download and issue it to the participating clubs. Already we have 940 July service certificates ready. That means on August 1st, 940, not 940 clubs, 725 plus 190 for the AMA diabetic. These clubs can actually report to MyLines. So it's going to be a big challenge for our ambassadors to make sure all these clubs are actually reporting to MyLines also. And those clubs who served more than 250, we call them as the star campaigners. We have already 162, and we are updating the star data as we receive them every Saturday. I'm going to make this process a little more automated so we can update this more often. Already 3,158 social media shares of the results. I'm not talking about any other shares, like once the person sees the result, they share it into the social media. That we are keeping track of, and we already have 3,158 social media. Remember that the more you share, the more people will come to know about your campaign, and they will come and do your test for your club. And amazingly, we have more than 1,405 campaign brochure downloads also, which indicates such a big interest for the campaign this year. I have to congratulate a few people or few districts who has been doing fantastically. One of them is for 100% participation. We have a club, district 320F, led by DG Kanna Parshuramulu, 320F India. They have 81 clubs, and all the 81 clubs have participated in this month. And here there's other list of districts who are almost nearby. We have 4116 and clubs from Nigeria and Philippines also. Getting 100% is not very hard, but if every club just does 10 a month, you're considered as 100%, and you're eligible to report to MyLines. So at least those who are on this list, I can request you just ask the remaining of your clubs in your district to take part. Also, I have to congratulate DG Amado Sangle from 301A2 Philippines, who has given us the highest star. They have 32 star members already this year in 17 days. And we are having a lot of them from Nigeria also. There are 3 districts and the star numbers are mentioned there. Also, once again, I have to congratulate DG Amado Sangle, 301A2 Philippines, for the highest number of served also at the same time. And again, this is the list of orders of numbers of the top 6 districts. With that is my presentation on the numbers. And as we know, our campaign, we always are ready to accept ideas, new ideas. So during our last event, that was our celebration event, one of the person over there actually suggested about hybrid services. So our team has been putting our head together to understand what is hybrid and how we can do that. And we came up with the idea of hybrid medical camps. And amazingly, within 2.5 weeks, we already have 4 districts having hybrid medical camps. I would like to share a small presentation on that. Again, the hybrid medical camp is very simple. I'm sure all the clubs in any district are planning for a medical camp. So all you have to do is do a few online tests also during the camp. You can it can save you money in the beginning of the camp. So one line can sit and get data from the users and see if the risk for diabetes is high, and then they can go for the further medical test for diabetes. So hybrid is a new concept this year. We were expecting a few big lions to attend the campaign during this event today, but unfortunately, because of their schedules, they could not attend. But we have a message from our third VP, AP Singh, today, which I would like to share with all of you.
I'm aware of this wonderful initiative that you have been making for promoting the cause of diabetes through the digital platform. You've been talking about it, now you're spreading to so many districts in so many countries. Diabetes management does need a lot of life management, lifestyle change, and you are trying to promote the same. Thank you very much for everything that you are doing. And it's so encouraging to see that lions from different parts of the world are coming together to take advantage of this initiative which you had started some time ago. There are so many lions who are getting along. We keep reading good reports about it. We try to follow you on the social media as well. It's just not possible for me to join this event live today, but I bring you best wishes and I hope that you and everybody engaged with this initiative will continue the good work, rather the awesome work, because together we can, as our president says. Wish you all the best once again.
Yes, definitely together we can. Next, we would like to hear from our PID Manoj Shah, our advisor, who has been motivating and guiding us throughout the session. Over to you, Manoj Shah.
Thank you very much, Vinod. And once again, a very, very good evening to all of you. And I warmly wish to welcome you to this exciting Lions Diabetes Awareness Seminar, so ably organized by the dynamic team led by Vinod Devasya. Honestly, I have yet to see a person like Vinod who is so dynamic and dedicated to making this initiative a success in this new Lionistic year. Just a few moments ago, we saw some statistics as to what has happened in the first 17 days of this campaign, and it is very encouraging to note that we have served almost 300,000 people around the world, and most certainly, these numbers are encouraging to meet our goal of 5 million in the next 34 weeks. I must thank all of you participants from various parts of the world who have joined us for this seminar and also supporting this awareness seminar from various parts of the world, including India, Sri Lanka, Philippines, many parts of Africa, Pakistan, Nepal, USA, and of course, other parts of the world. As we all know, diabetes is an all-too-personal time bomb, which can go off today, tomorrow, next year, or even 10 years from now. A time bomb affecting millions like me, and not to forget the children of our world. With this in mind, I must thank many of you who have embraced this diabetes awareness program in your own countries and communities to try and help as many people as possible and raise awareness of diabetes. This evening, at this awareness seminar, we are very privileged to have with us Lion Lidia Petrov Jones, who is going to enlighten us on many aspects of adult diabetes management. I am yet to read her award-winning book, Nudge Away Diabetes. And I'm also very confident that you will all benefit this morning, this afternoon, and this evening from the wisdom that Lydia will share with all of us. I truly admire Vinod Devasya and his dedicated team, as Vinod always tells me, sir, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I am possible. And looking at our international president's theme, together we can, I can only safely say this evening that together we can be champions of diabetes awareness around the world. To conclude, I would like to share a quote by Amanda Gorman. There is always a light, if only we are brave enough to see it, if only we are brave enough to be it. With these few words, I wish you all a lovely seminar and God bless you all. Thank you, and back to you, Vinod.
Thank you, PhD Marsha. Thank you very much for your kind words. And you have been motivating us for a long time, and definitely we can. And now we would like to have line Geeta giving the introduction of line Lydia. I don't see line Geeta though. I don't see her though today. Due to our 100 limit, I can't find her. Let me just see if she's. I'm trying to get her in. Sorry for a minute. Because of this 100 limit, we are having a problem. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, I think I'm not able to get her. She was trying, but I can't find her phone. Unfortunately.
Maybe I suggest you ask Lydia to speak, and after that, once Geeta joins, she can.
Yeah, or I have her this thing. I can just read her. I have her intro. I can speak.
Yes, you can introduce me,
Yeah.
Vinod.
Yes. That's okay. Let me open up my bio. Okay, so let me introduce this dynamic speaker, Line Lydia. Line Lydia Petrov Jones holds a master degree in electromechanical engineering and earned a doctorate degree from Lines University. She has worked in several aerospace industries as operation excellence lead. Her strengths are leadership, strategic planning, and quality improvement. She also holds a health and wellness degree with emphasis on diabetes. In 2017, Lions Club International opened a new platform for diabetes. Lydia founded and organized the first Line Diabetes Camp of Southern California for families with diabetes. This project was later added to the LCI website as an endorsed project for Lions. Since the first camp, Line Diabetes Camp has had 5 family camps for type 1 and type 2 diabetes children and 1 adult retreat for type 2 and pre-diabetes, seminars and virtual programs. Lydia was asked to review and supported LCI diabetes planning, published letters on the LCI website and guidelines throughout the world to do diabetes projects. She started a diabetes camp for type 2 in Nepal and working on South America. Also, I'm proud to say Lion Lydia was our part of our campaign last year, and she did a fantastic job for 4L5. And currently, she is the GST coordinator, and I'm very proud to say that she is also looking for post for DG and will be standing for election very soon. So it's over to you, Lion Lydia. Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody. Can you all hear me very good?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, okay, awesome. Well, it is a little past 8 o'clock here in California, and I am extremely proud to see 100 people plus the one that couldn't get in the room right here in this seminar. It is awesome. Congratulate you, Vinod. You have done a fantastic job. Maynard, we have known each other for many years, since 2017, 2018, when we presented in international to different projects. This was the photo that Lions International posted in their magazine of our very camp. That, of course, that was in the early stage when Lions Diabetes Camp was just trying to figure out what kind of platforms we are going to be able to cover. We started with a small group for families to help those families with children with type 1. Little by little, we noticed that there were children with type 2 as well. So family camps are still going. We had a pause during COVID, but this year I'm happy to say that we have a free camp for families pretty soon in October. So today in this seminar, I am going to introduce you to different projects that we do under diabetes camp. We're going to talk about type of diabetes, also about the type 2 diabetics 5M protocol, and as a Lions, what we can do around the world in diabetes. Lions Diabetes Camp has put together a family camp, as I spoke before. I am proud of Nepal that had put a mega camp. All right, guys, I want to see it back. Okay, so this camp was awesome. Very careful if we have too many people. Sometimes we can't serve so many people, or we cannot have a quality time to instruct those people. Lion Vinod, I want to congratulate you for the hybrid. I think it's fantastic because we do have to have hands-on and actually test people. We do this all the time in not only at camp, but during vision screening and any kind of particular event that the city puts together. We are there doing diabetes screening. Why? Because we still have in America a lot of people that they are not aware of diabetes, or that they have diabetes and they think no big deal. Adult camp type 2 for type 2s was a camp 3 to 4 night. This is like a retreat. Everybody is together, and all what they do for the 3 and 4 days is how to manage the diabetes. But diabetes also has another side, which is stress. And in this camp, we have these people completely relaxed. We do walks, we do yoga, we do archery. So their distraction on diabetes, and they are fully engaged in the managing with our wonderful doctor, Lion Hizon. And yes, he is a lion as well. Another project that we have done is half a day or full day seminars. This is just, we put together a seminar of a group of people, and eventually we brought different kind of vendors that were able to talk about different aspects of diabetes. As you know now, if you don't, you might know that there are technology now that can measure your diabetes in different ways. So if you invite those people that have the technical background, they may speak in your seminars about that kind of technology. We also hold a support group. This support group going 2 times a month. We had taken a break during summer, but we have a group of patients, lions, and anybody that would like to come and actually be part of a support group. We need support. And of course, in 2020, we had published the book called Workbook and Guide to Nudge Away Diabetes, a wonderful book put by the doctor and medical students with a workbook in the back to guide you in resources, in a daily planner, and what we are going to be talking next, 5M protocol. But before, let's see what is diabetes. We have different kind of diabetes. We have what they call a pre-diabetics, we have the type 2, and we have a type 1. Well, the pre-diabetics are those that have excess carbohydrates in their bodies, therefore excess insulin, and will lead to what we call insulin resistant. Type 2 diabetes is the onset. Now we are looking at more at the adult population and senior population, and it can be a non-insulin dependent or insulin dependent. The good news, Lions, is that these two groups, we can do a positive changes in their lifestyle, and diabetes can be put in remission or sometimes completely reversed. For the type 1 group, normally is a juvenile onset, and it's very sad because affects even from a baby age all the way to 13, 14 years old. This kind of group, the pancreas does not produce insulin, therefore they have to have insulin for their survival. I hope that you have this very clear. These are the 3 types of diabetes. This seminar is guide to type 2 diabetes management, and of course, pre-diabetics. So we know that all over the world and in America, the population with diabetes is rising. There is no doubt that we have an epidemic like Lions had put it back in 2017. If you look at this statistic, it's still old. Now we're looking 2021. Therefore, there are much more diabetics, especially in the group of 65 years old and older. In America, this percentage is growing. And unfortunately, all the medical insurance company and medical clinics are getting richer because these people go to take care of their diabetes by medication. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that in a minute. I want to show you here a scorecard. When you go to the doctor and you don't feel good, the doctor will order a blood test. And we put a scorecard here together because we had graded this with an A+, A, and a B, and a C, and a D. So if we take a look at the hemoglobin A1C, the best number ever, A plus, is somebody with a 5.0 to 5.5. And as the numbers grow, we have a worse grading card. So A 5.6 to 6, and B will go into 6.1 and 7.0. When you get into the B, now you are pre-diabetic. But as Menjoy said, diabetes is not something that happened right there and right now. Diabetes has been cooking in our bodies for at least 5-10 years. So this is something that we, as a younger population, need to start looking at now. 10 years from now, you are going to say, oh, I wish I would have taken care of that before, because now you have diabetes. And let's look at the mean blood sugar in milligrams and BL. We are looking at a best A, somebody that have 50 to 80. A B is somebody that have 81 to 115. This is a sugar contest in our blood when we are fasting. The scorecard or the doctor might be looking to at your feet, might be looking at somebody that is called cholesterol. And we have here our healthy cholesterol, HDL, and you can see the scorecard there for a healthy one. And then the not as good cholesterol is called triglycerides. The doctor also look at your body mass composition to take a look at your weight, your waist, and any other things that might be of interest to the doctor. We in America have a protocol. Somebody that has diabetes requires to do this lab test at least every 3 months. Somebody that is pre-diabetic or getting into will require about 6 months check. And they want that because at the beginning, they start treating them with medication and diet. So this is what we look into the scorecards. And in another slides, I'm going to present why we're looking at this. And this is one of the slides. When we look at different areas of your body, like the blood sugar, the healthy cholesterol, the triglyceride, the obesity, and the high pressure level, those are symptoms that you might be under a metabolic syndromes. One thing that we see is big people that they are thin, but they have bigger waistline. That is a symptom. If you have 3 or more of the symptoms here, you have metabolic syndrome, and it's got to be taken care of, this starting with medication. But what is insulin? Everybody's talking about insulin and what is insulin? Well, insulin is a hormone that our body produces. And when we eat carbohydrates, potatoes, rice, and we'll talk more about the food, the insulin comes to the rescue. Now, in a normal person that doesn't have no diabetes, insulin will carry those carbohydrates and will deposit into cells. These cells open up, take the carbohydrate, and the carbohydrates help us to have energy. But when this is going on for a long time and we continue taking those foods that have a lot of carbohydrate, now the insulin goes to the cells and the cells are telling me, no, we are full, get out of here. And so the insulin takes those carbohydrates and start depositing in another places of our body. So we often hear that we have sugar in the kidneys, in the heart, in the brain, in the eyes. And it's a circle. More sugar we take in the form of carbohydrate, insulin comes back, insulin goes and deposits that sugar in different parts of our bodies. We end up with cardiac complication. We know that 80% of diabetes in America will end up with heart attacks because diabetes gets deposited there and develops some form of early onset coronary artery disease. We have neurological complication. Neuropathy is the disease, the ultimate, when it's a chronic disease, will need to amputate your foot, your arm, or extremities. It starts with a tiny bitty little, like a little scratch. And then it will go bigger and bigger and bigger. That's why it is very important to examine our extremity. Do that examination yourself. Look if you have any scratches, any wounds that they are not healing, because those wounds will become bigger and bigger. I gotta tell you a story. My father, and that's why I'm so passionate for diabetes, he had a wound. He was a diabetic, and we had to take him to cure that wound. And it started very, very small, and it was becoming bigger and bigger with the potential of removing his foot. It was very sad. I went through it, and believe me, you don't want to see anybody like that. Unfortunately, he had other complications that was caused by diabetes and end up dying. Diabetes loves cancer and diabetes, but cancer loves sugar also. And that's what he had, cancer. So is my brother. Back in 2012, he was only 45. Same story, he ended up with brain cancer because he had elevated blood sugar. That's why, Lions, I'm very passionate for bringing the word out to be able to manage diabetes and get people aware of diabetes. We have eye complications. Retinopathy is what we find out during our vision screenings. More and more people have diabetic retinopathy. So those people come to us and we look at their diabetes. And they were like, oh, we didn't know that we have diabetes. And we have to do a little bit of diabetes management right there and then. They get to have kidneys complication. We are going through right now with my husband's son. He needs a kidney transplant because his diabetes had been completely uncontrollable and he does not want to listen. When we tell him you need to look at what your food intake is. But guess what? Once the kidney gets complicated and have different issues, there is no reversal. If the kidney is affected, you need a new kidney. So why wait? So here are the different parts of the body that the uncontrollable diabetes damages. Like we say, the brain, the eyes, the teeth, the heart, the nerves, the kidneys. One thing that we've seen lately is Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is a disease when the old people start forgetting and don't recognize who we are. A lot of that disease is due to carbohydrate intake. But what happened here in America, and perhaps we can take a look around the world, in 1977, we have seen a huge spike of diabetes. Something had changed in America since 1977, and around the world was probably a little bit later. What did it change? Oh, sure enough, we got a lot of fast food. We have McDonald's in every corner. All the kids and the parents are so busy going to work, and they don't care just to stop by on the nearest fast food place and just pick up the hamburger or fries, French fries that we call potatoes, and all that has really changed for us. Diabetes is a nutritional disease. We have confirmed with our groups, with our studies, with the different clinic and hospital, that diabetes is a nutritional disease and doesn't have to be treated with drugs and medication. But I'm going to tell you more. We have come up with a 5M protocol. This protocol, if you follow, is an excellent protocol, and it is in our books. 5M stands for meal, monitoring, medication, movies, and meetups. And let's talk a little bit about that. So what is meals? What we're trying to tell you is don't eat sugary snacks, sugary drinks, Starbucks. I'm sure you guys have them too, because it's everywhere in the world. Who doesn't like to have a coffee with all these ingredients here in the morning? Well, that is change. I remember just having a little coffee with milk in the morning. Right now, people are affording to go to Starbucks and buy this expensive drink and drink it without even really knowing what kind of damage can do to them in the future. And believe me, some people are completely addicted to Starbucks. They go every day. It's crazy. Those are the things that had changed. Well, what we are saying here in meals, let's don't eat breakfast. Crazy? Yes, because if you wait until you sleep the night and all the way until probably 11 o'clock in the morning, and then right there you start eating a healthy meal, our body had time to be on what we call fasting mode and doesn't have no carbohydrates. Well, guess what? Insulin is not there. So therefore, diabetes saying, wait a minute, something got changed right here. I'm not getting this carbohydrate. So things are getting back a little bit to normal. So when we start, eat 3 meals a day. Good, healthy meal at the beginning. We are saying do not snack. And snack might be those kind of fruits or things that you eat in between meal or after we eat dinner. So try to eat just the 3 square meals at the beginning. We need to keep the insulin low and slow down on your carbohydrates. Avoid fast carbs like processed carbohydrates, which is your bread, your rice, your pasta, cakes, and cookies. And start incorporating in your diet those good oils, olive oil, coconut oil, avocado, or other kind of pure oils. So this is what we present in our book. We do 1 week with a very slow carbs. That means that we are kind of watching, we're seeing how our body goes. Second week, we just really now are looking at our carbohydrate intakes. And the third week, we're trying to leave our carbohydrate at a low. But Lions, do you know how many teaspoons of sugar is in a boiled balsamic rice? And here you can see the glycemic index and the quantity of sugar. Who wants to actually get 20 or 10 sugar in a teaspoon and eat directly sugar instead of eating healthy food? Well, if you have 150 grams of rice, must well eat your sugar, because that's exactly what it counts. We want you to eat eggs. We want you to eat good lean, good meats, vegetables. Those are a good meats and a good intakes of our food. Look at a banana. A banana for 120 servings has already 6 teaspoons of sugar. Each teaspoon is equal 4 grams. So you are seeing how much of sugar we are intaking in our body. Look at here how many teaspoons of sugar is in a can of soda, approximately 10. Would you eat 10 teaspoons of sugar? Well, that's what is happening when people consume soda. There is 8 teaspoons of sugar in a potato, medium-sized potato. And again, the banana is here as a sample. So now you're getting a little bit more aware and you can pass it along to other people. Let's talk about something important. Our body has 5 liters of blood. A study was done, and mathematically is done, that you can find out how many really teaspoons of sugar our body needs. And the math says that to have a blood sugar level of 100 milligrams, 100 milligrams divided DL, you need to have only 1 teaspoon of sugar. Wow, is this an eyes opening? What that means is our body doesn't need sugar, does need a minimum amount. That's all what it needs. So we really need to look into that. Now, going into monitoring, how do we know what is happening in our body? We do not know unless we monitor. So I really encourage everybody, and this is something I'm going to put on Lions here, to get this measurement finger test. We are getting into a campaign now to get donations. And during our vision screening, we just want to give a machine, that equipment, to the actual people that are going very high and they're not going to the doctor. They need to measure their own blood test screening because they do not know. We do it at vision screening, we do it at events with these machines, but if you don't measure, you do not know what is happening in your body. Nowadays, we have a lot of apps. You can download any apps, and we have my my Fitness Pal or other apps that you can write down what you eat, and it will give you directly your carbohydrates, your calories, and all these things. And then at the end of the day, you'll say, wow, I really didn't know that I was eating that much. It's an eyes opener. But if you don't monitor and measure, you will never know. So we are very advocate that medications are like a ankle brace. And you know, you had an injury in your ankle, we put a brace, and after a while you get well and you do not need the brace. So at the beginning, your doctor might give you medication, but as soon as you start doing a life changes, a lifestyle changes, you'll see that your diabetes is changing. So we recommend that before we do a life change style in our daily days, that you check up with the doctor. I have an example of my brother-in-law who is a very bad diabetic. He takes about 7 different medications and shots. We got him into the diet and his blood sugar dropped down tremendously. We told him that he needed to go to talk to the doctor and tell them, you know, I am doing a lifestyle changing. I'm doing less carbohydrate. What can we do here? And definitely they took him off of some of the medication. This is a journey. It's not going to happen from one day to another day. It's a lifestyle that we have to be watching all the time. Oops. But we need to get into our website and find out about different movies, different books, and we need to learn about diabetes. We have different books that we are offering, and the doctor is really telling everybody to read some of these books, or just go to YouTube and look at this guy. YouTube shows this Dr. Jane Fong from Canada that literally he talks about fasting, because when we fast in that period of time, there is no carbohydrate. So it's almost like resetting our body every day. We do fasting for religious times. We have 1, 2, 3 days. This is not telling you not to eat and just starve, but this is a planned fasting period. It can be 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. You go in bed at 11, you wake up 8, 9, or whatever you already had your fasting time. If you stretch it for another 2 or 3 hours and don't eat breakfast, just have your breakfast at 11 o'clock, now you have a larger window of fasting. Check it out. Go and look YouTube with Dr. James Fong. He's got amazing things that he wrote. And not only that, he has a list of patients that he had saved literally for amputation or other heart diseases. And then we talk about meetup. This is important, very important, to have a group support. This group support, you bring different areas of your life and you talk to other people. We normally have this and we have a presentation first, and then we talk about the topic with the doctor. Now, we initiated with Lions Diabetes Chairs in another parts of California. You have to find that professional that is going to lead those group supports, because there's going to be medical questions that we as a Lions and as Diabetes Chair cannot answer. So be careful when you do your group supports. Have somebody that knows about diabetes really well, a registered nurse, a doctor, or whoever you're going to have in these meetups. And activities, I put activities at the end because we want you to do some activities. You'll start very slow in doing some walking, of doing any other kind of activities, but we also are encouraging people to do weights training for their muscles and the skeleton. This is something very important. At the beginning, you start with 30 minutes, 5 times a week, and then you can increase that. Walk, walk, walk. Like I said, that is a very good exercise as well. Are you overwhelmed with what I just presented? I think so. It was a lot of things, you know, but this is understandable. We need to do life changes now, because in 10 years, like I said, we are going to be completely in pre-diabetics. And what do we do? What do we eat? Each country here, like Philippines, they love their rice. Others love different other kind of foods. So my recommendation is to be looking at your portions and start putting more eggs, putting more good oils, coconut oil. We love our coconut oil. So start looking at that and check with your doctor. Tell them we are going to do this journey of having a different lifestyle. And we look into 3 weeks, different changes. It might be 4 weeks. Do it slow. Look at what you're eating, put it in your app. And if you don't have an app, write it down. There is so many out there that can actually convert what you are eating into what it is actually, as far as calories, carbohydrate, fats, fiber. It is very fun sometimes to do that. So I want to put this slide right here because at the beginning of my presentation, I said that we're going to be talking about different areas of how you as Lions can help. And this, what Vinod had put together, is awesome. And the hybrid also camps or hybrid measurement is absolutely good because you ask the question to the participant that is coming here. We do that all the time. And then we actually do a diabetes management and look at why their blood sugar is so high and talk to the individual people. So you can organize strides, walks. You can do weekly diabetes walks with your town or join a meetup to learn more about diabetes. Organize diabetes screening like you guys are doing this hybrid thing. Do it for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Organize a healthy living in your town, cooking classes. That's another way of doing it. Partner with the cities if they don't do healthy fairs. Well, let's just Lions do healthy fairs. Organize diabetes camp, like a mega camp in Nepal. Go to Lions Internationals. They are actually having a good planning for diabetes. You know, I'm going to tell you that Lions International started with the measles epidemic back in the, believe it's 2000, Mayor. I think that's what we started with the epidemic in measles. Right now, measles are almost eradicated and children are not dying at that. I am confident that by spreading the awareness of diabetes like we are doing it here, all around the world, we get that epidemic reduced or eliminated. So go Lions, do your work. Thank you for having me here. And I'm going to be watching a magnificent job that you are doing. Thank you for letting me present.
Thank you, Lion Lydia. Thank you for this wonderful seminar. It is definitely an eye-opener. I am like you mentioned, some people are crazy about Starbucks. I'm not. I just go once in a week, but I read the message. I see it's a lot of sugar in it for sure in it. And let's give 5 minutes for any question answers. If anybody have a question, they can raise the hand and they can ask the question. If not, let's see how much people are being attentive about the seminar. We have a few questions. I will just, anybody have a question, raise your hand. In meanwhile, I'll also do one poll. Your first poll of question is going to be on your screen now. Let's see what you feel about it. Just select the answer. All the 100 people who are on Zoom right now can answer. Okay, great. Only six people participated so far, and we have the people I have selected the right answer. No, I will not tell the answer. Lion Lydia, do you think the answer is right?
Let me see. I'm sorry. I was reading the presentation here. So the question was, glucose is, and there was a choice of insulin, simple sugar, a cell, or a type of animal. So very good. You got it. It's sugar.
Yeah, so our lines are listening to the your seminar very nicely. So let's go for second one. I'm going to have the question now. You need to answer fast because the question it will end. And the quiz ended. We have that 41 people answered. Wow, now we have some participation. Now we are talking about it. Okay, line Lydia, can you tell us whether the
Yes,
answer is right?
so I'm glad that you listened my presentation because a can of soda has 10 teaspoons of sugar. So just think when you grab that soda, just
Yeah.
drink water is much better.
Yeah. And just for your information, back in Asia, when we say soda, it's actually mineral water. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay.
So one time, one doctor, I was drinking more mineral water, and someone complained I was drinking a lot of sodas. They don't understand the difference between them, you know. So that's why I
we're
put in
looking at
bracket colas, so that way they understand the difference.
Coca-Cola, 7-Up, and all
Yes,
those. Yeah.
yes, correct. So we got 76% people giving the right answers. One more, no, two more is there. There's no questions asked, so we can go for the poll. Let me put the third one and start. Okay. We got almost 66 people already answering. What do you think, Line Lydia?
Yes, it is very possible by doing changes in our lifestyle.
Correct. And we are talking about type 2 or pre-diabetics.
Type 2 and pre-diabetics,
Correct.
both of them.
And the last quiz for the Zoom meet, I will just launch it now. We have, oh wow, we have 72, 73, 74, almost 75 people have answered it. And where does insulin is produced?
Insulin is produced in the pancreas, so you got it. So, and that is very important because the type 1 diabetes do not produce insulin in the pancreas, so they need insulin. But the type 2s, like we're talking right now, and pre-diabetics, the insulin is produced by the pancreas.
Yeah, I had put brain just for fun, but I see that
I
four
can't
people
believe
have
that.
selected.
No, not the heart and the brain and anything. The insulin will produce and go to those places, but is produced. Insulin is made or produced in the pancreas.
Yeah. We have one question from line Charles, Zambia. We'll ask him to unmute. Yeah, line Charles, you can ask the question.
Good evening, fellow Lions. Good evening, Lion Lydia.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. My question is, can your presentation be emailed to us? I missed a small part of your presentation because of an incoming call on my mobile. So is it possible to, so that we can receive your presentation on our emails? Thank you.
Yes. I believe, yes, you can have my presentation. I will give it to Lion Binot, and then he will do it. He can either give you the presentation or actually the recording as well.
Yes, perfect. We have line Michael from 401A, Nigeria. Let me ask him to unmute. Go ahead, line
Thank
Michael.
you, sir. I want to join others to congratulate the districts that participated in this beautiful talk or seminar. I also want to congratulate the presenter. She was down to earth for everybody, whether medical or non-medical, to key in. My question to her is that I wasn't too clear when she was describing the diabetes, under the diabetes project, when she was describing the diabetes trials. I just want her to throw more light on it if it is going to be workable in Africa setting. Thank you.
Yeah, diabetes strides are long walks that is actually planned in the district, and is a district event, and it's called strides. Strides is like walking. You can organize actually in your own town a walk just for a short time, but you can really plan for a stride at the district level, club level, or multiple district level, and you have to really promote this. And guess what happened after that? It will become a project that you do every year. This or that day, we have strides, join us. And this is for to promote healthy walking and healthy lifestyle. Is, like I said again, is the same as walking, but it's a long walk.
And
Thank you very much.
just
I was trying to differentiate
to
it
note,
in
we're going to
weekly-
have an event for Lion Strides probably in the month of November. Our campaign also will do something about it. We'll have an announcement about that after some time. One more question before I go for the next, because we're already getting late. Lion Banu from Sri Lanka.
Okay. I'm very, very glad to hear your lecture and awareness program. Very, very thank you. And ma'am, I have to ask you, told that we have to create a group and we can we should do some activities and all. We told us some ideas to follow and awareness and follow some rules for that that should follow fast also. So I'm asking, is there any group in online platform that you are doing in the Lions as sake of this Lions? How about that? Do you have any an online platform to join? If it is there, I like to join. That's why I'm asking. Is there awareness online platform if you as your site? Am I correct?
I believe what you are asking is about our support groups. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah,
Is there any awareness activity group in online platform? Are you conducting, or what about in? I'm asking about the sake of this Lions group.
Yes.
Do you have any online platform?
Yes, we do support
Yeah.
groups. We do support groups. The problem that we had found out is that we do it at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Vinod, I believe the time is really, really hard to reach any of you in another countries. We are considering doing in another time zone, but at this time, the doctor and the nurses availability is at this time. But Dr. Menyoy, are you still doing your support groups? Dr. Mayon Sa? I think he's on mute. He didn't hear me, Vinod.
Dr. Manoj Shah, you're asking for Dr. Manoj Shah?
Yes.
Yeah. P.R. Shah is Lion Lydia asking whether you're still having your support group for diabetes still going on.
Yes, Lydia, we have a very successful support group program here. We are running it on a regular basis. And just for your information, we have initiated 4 Lions Diabetes Care Centers in my home country of Kenya.
Yes,
And
I follow
support
you.
group-
Yeah.
Yeah, and the support groups are doing wonderful work.
Is there possible that those support groups are in person, right?
Yes, yes.
Is-
Because of COVID, we actually did the virtual sessions. Then we went into the hybrid models, but now we have gone back to physical as COVID has subsided.
Yeah.
But it's working extremely well, and I would be happy to share some of the successes with you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I will welcome that, of course. But in
Yes.
the interest of others around the world, would you consider doing a hybrid support group, some in person and some having it in online? Banu is asking if she could join, and you are in their time frame.
Most certainly, we could certainly support other countries if they are in the same time frame. We could look at doing cyber support group programs and see how we can reach out to more people in some of the African countries. It's a very, very good idea, and we can discuss it offline and see how to make it work.
Okay, so there you go. That's your answer, Banu. You may be
Thank you
getting
so
a
much. May I know which country belongs to the
Yes, Manu, I stay in the city of Nairobi, in the lovely country of Kenya. You have heard about Kenya, Banu?
Oh, sorry.
That's
you need
okay.
to-
We can send, I believe,
Yeah, I can. If I can get that contact or any links, I can participate with you. I can manage my time. Yeah,
good.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Great.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's
So I
move
also
to
like
the
to give
next.
some awareness to others also. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's move. We are already 15 minutes gone beyond our schedule. Last thing before we this thing, we have part of our monthly this thing. One is the seminar, and the second part is the quiz that will be having, not on the Zoom, but for the entire month. Our website will also have a quiz, which already I had put in the group in the site today. I'll share it and I'll explain the model, how it works. So when you log in from your club, when you see your club information like this, also you will find a small icon here showing quiz. So if you click on that, it takes you to the quiz model. Okay, so you can see it's adult diabetes management, and just like any other this thing, you can put up your question. This thing, it will ask you a few questions. I'm not showing you the answers, otherwise a few questions already been discussed here. I just go fast through this. So it asks you basically 11 questions. And once you finish those questions, you select the disclaimer. And when you finish the thing, when you say, get me the quiz results, if you have passed, what you're going to get is a beautiful certificate. Again, it's been signed by our advisory, Dr. Manoj Shah. And it will also, in case you are logged in from your this thing from your club, it should show you a district governor's name and your club name also. And the beautiful thing about this thing is it will give you a service point for your club. So the more you will share this quiz to your friends. So if you have got your certificate, you can actually share your result to Facebook. I'll just show you how the share works and how it looks. So if I click on share to Facebook, it will take me to my Facebook page. It takes a little bit time, so it will go to your Facebook page. When you say click on post to Facebook, and then if you go to your Facebook page, you will see that your certificate along with your name and your club link has also been posted to your Facebook. You can also type a small message asking your friends to do the test. And the beautiful thing about this thing is, if someone clicks on your link on your Facebook, it will bring back to the website with your club number and the thing. So if they do the test, your club will get your service point for diabetes awareness. Also, you can also, as it is, share the quiz page. You can click on, when you're on the quiz page, you can click on Facebook share, Twitter share, or WhatsApp share, and it will send you the link for your club. Again, the link is very simple. It's the website name /quiz/your club number. Without your club number, you can still do your the quiz, but it will not give you the credit point for your club, just like any other model of the website. So I'm one minute. Also, one more thing I forgot to show you. I'll just show you a demo. Again, I'm doing the test. Remember, the certificate will only come for those who pass the test. And if you don't get 60%, you will not get your certificate. So you can again try the test one more time till you pass out. Also, for those who want to boast about your passing of your test, we have also created a nice frame, Facebook frame. You can, in the same result page, you can look at the left side. You will see this thing. If you click on that image, it will take you to our campaign frame page, where you can where you can put your photo, download it, and put it to your Facebook. Already we have 3 supports done. And it's very similar to the same thing as what we have been doing with the other models. So we expect this is another way your clubs can get service points by making people aware and do the quiz at the same time. Now, before Line Tesu will give the vote of thanks, and then we can have any other questions after that. Line Tesu, it's over to you.
Thank you, Vinod sir. Dear line leaders, thank you all for joining us today. Line Club International has diversity. Online diabetic campaign has made this diversity come together using the technology. Having diabetes not only affects individual, but affects the family as well in terms of expense, care, medicine, lifestyle change, besides the risk of getting the disease oneself as it transfers from the parents to the children. So as Alliance, we all should be aware of diabetes because we are the ones who reach out to the community and educate them. So thank you once again for your precious time. And I hope it was a very informative session for you all. And the quiz was very interesting. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you, Line Dr. Setsu from Nepal. And now we are open. Anybody who wants to ask questions or want to give any comments, the floor is open for another 5 minutes, and we can call it a day. We are seeing some hands raised. Line Giant, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Line Jayant, not able to unmute you. I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry, unmute yourself. Yeah. Unmute yourself, Line Jayant.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Very much interesting seminar. I cannot open the Facebook part. So can you just help me to send me the certificate later on by any other mean?
Yeah. See, the certificates are basically, you will do the test on the site and you will get your certificate on immediately. So your district coordinators from your district will help you out. The clubs will send the links across and you will be able to get your certificates.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
And we are lucky. We have been given offer of 250 members participation Zoom next seminar. So we'll have more people can join the group. Line Dr. Andrew, go ahead.
Right. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Andrew, DC Diabetes from Malaysia. First of all, congratulations to Dr. Lion Lydia. To be very frank, I'm very shocked and surprised by your presentation. As you're probably aware, there are very few doctors who advocate low carbohydrate, high fat diet, and also intermittent fasting. I am one of these doctors in Malaysia who is